Hi everyone, and welcome to today's General Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Really good episode today. A lot happened, so let's get right to it. At the Haunted Star, it turns out this whole Luke and Laura thing was a total lie. And I'm like, oh my god, like, so what's the real story? And we actually did kind of find out the real story today, even though it was, like, super bizarre and kind of unbelievable. So apparently Lulu's brother's in trouble, and I'm like, is it Ethan? Is it Lucky? We know it's not Nicholas because he's doing fine for himself with ELQ and everything. I changed the purple because I liked it better. But it turns out that Lucky is missing, and here's the story that Laura told. So apparently, Lucky didn't show up to pick Laura up from the airport, which he's always, like he always does, so that tipped her off that something was wrong. And then when she tried getting in touch with him, somebody using a voice modulator answered and said that the only way to get Lucky back is to convince people that Luke and Laura are back together. And I'm like this sounds like a bad plot to a teenage book or something. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm trying to get across there? And Lulu and Dylan pretty much shared my sentiment. Like, what? And I kind of loved how skeptical they were, especially Lulu, like just not taking this whole thing like at face value. But then Dylan says that he's going to tell Tracy, and Lulu then tries to talk him out of it because at the end of the day, you know, true or false, like Lucky's life could be in the balance. And then when they're all fighting about whether or not to tell Tracy, who walks in but Tracy. So can't wait to see how that turns out tomorrow. Speaking of Tracy, before she walked into the Haunted Star, she was at the Quartermain Mansion with Sabrina, and Sabrina was trying to help her get the ring off, and her engagement ring was not coming off, and that's when Sam walks in. So Sabrina tells Tracy that Sam is investigating what's going on with ELQ. And Sabrina tells Tracy that she's suspicious of Rosalie. So then the three of them really break this whole thing down and really come up with like kind of a lot of answers that, you know, Tracy like is immediately like clued in. So then Sam gets the ring off Tracy's finger, and some awkward moments talking about Patrick and Patrick potentially proposing to Sam and not breaking her heart like she broke. Oh, whoops, like, weird stuff like that. And then Tracy decides she's going to give the ring back to Luke, which is why she went to the Haunted Star. At ELQ, Jake tells Michael that Sam is spying on him. So, you know, like, he got the right clues, but came to the wrong conclusion, basically. So, Rosalie's on the phone with Nicholas, and she tells him about Jason being hired, and Nicholas wants her to keep tabs on him. So, Jake, you know, he shows the bug to Michael. He had taken it out of the phone, and he's like telling Michael, like, that, you know, Sam has to be probably working with someone, and Michael's like, it doesn't make sense. Sam's buying on ELQ, like, it just makes no sense. So Jason thinks Sam might be working with Nicholas, and I'm like, oh, at least you're closer now. Like, you're in the, you got one person, you have the accomplice wrong. So then Michael is skeptical that Nicholas would go after him because he's never had a personal vendetta against him. So Jake is going to put the bug back into Rosalie's phone to draw Sam out into a trap and find out who she's working for, and that's exactly what he does. And Sam just happens to be trying to log in or to sync, I don't know, however the whole thing works, and at first the signal isn't showing up, and then once Jake has the bug firmly implanted into the phone, the signal shows up, and Sabrina's like, oh, now we'll be able to hear every call Rosalie makes. So, great. At Windermere, Sloan says that he has shares from Brooklyn, that he couldn't get the shares from Maya, and turns out he got Brooklyn's shares by accidentally walking in on her babysitting Olivia and Julian's baby, and in order to buy her silence, she gave him the shares, and also can't tell Ned or anybody about her giving the shares up to buy his silence. And then Rosalie arrives at Windermere, and Rosalie says that her phone won't pick up conversations that Michael's having in his office anymore, and that now she's totally out of the loop and has no idea what's going on. At the Metro Court, Morgan sits down and talks with Carly and Sunny, and they talk about Michael and how to move on in the future, and Carly and Sunny want Morgan to stay away from Denise, and Morgan tells Sunny that he and Denise kiss. Great. And then Kiki arrives and Sunny warns against getting too close to Denise for both of them. And he really had some harsh words for Morgan before Kiki arrived about this moment he shared with Denise, which is just like super creepy. It was creepy enough when it was Ava, and now we're doing it again with Denise. Or, you know, Ava part 2, whatever. So then it turns out that TJ's arraignment got moved up, and Sunny promised Sean that he would watch after TJ. So he leaves for the arraignment, and Carly has to go back to work. So now it's just Kiki and Morgan having lunch, and she wants to know what Morgan and Sunny were talking about right before she got there, because, you know, she heard her name a few times. Silas and Ava / Denise. So Ava's really proud of herself that she tricked Michael, that she tricked Michael into letting her see Avery, and that she isn't Ava. And her and Silas have their heads together when Kiki walks in. So Silas is, so obviously this is before Kiki goes to the Metro Court. We're a little out of order today. So Silas is just sitting in the corner watching Denise play Kiki, and Kiki leaves, and Denise asks why Silas didn't tell her that Kiki and Morgan are back together. So Silas is like, I don't know, with all the blackmail and you threatening to end my career, it must have slipped my mind. And she kind of slips and tells what happened between her and Morgan. And Silas mainly isn't happy with Morgan, because even if Denise didn't know Morgan and Kiki were back together, Morgan knew Morgan and Kiki were back together, and he's not happy with that. And Ava points out his own hypocrisy when it comes to that, because, you know, he cheated on his wife with her. Or Ava, did I say Denise? Whatever, they're interchangeable. But he's like, I'm allowed to be as hypocritical as I want when it comes to my daughter. And I'm like, you know what, Silas? You're looking out for the best, so I'll give you a pass on that one. So Ava insists that there's nothing going to happen between her and Morgan in the future, and Silas wants Ava to stay away from Morgan because, you know, first of all, gross, and second of all, Kiki. So Ava decides to kiss Silas because that's how she'll get Morgan out of her mind, or whatever. We all kind of saw that going down the line, because when it was Ava towards the end, she, you know, her and Silas, it looked like something might happen between them, and now with this Denise incarnation, something might happen between them. I don't know. I just can't believe we're going, like, around in a circle again with this whole Morgan Ava thing, because, like, it was gross enough the first time around, like, on many levels, not just the age difference, but, like, you know, that she's Kiki's mother, and, like, he was married to Kiki, like, you know what I mean? I don't have to explain it to you. You're all just as grossed out as I am. We're all in the same boat here. But in any event, if you liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up. It would mean a lot to me. And I will see you tomorrow for more General Hospital. I hope you have a great day. Bye!